How's it going, guys? It's me, Cthulhu Crisis. Welcome to another episode of Summoner Spotlight. Today starring Glinzer as Nami. He's a very good support. I've played quite a few games with him, and I just wanted to get a spotlight done of him. Looks like he tanked the blue buff a little bit here to help the jungler out. Probably didn't need to do that, but he did throw an extra heal at Rengar too, so hopefully that'll help Rengar stay in lane a little bit better. So Cog's gonna come right in, just start putting some damage off on Caitlyn. Glinzer's gonna end up taking some damage, but he gets some good poke off as well. So it looks like he started with his W, and he'll probably start getting more aggressive once he gets his Q. So Glinzer ends up taking a lot of damage, ends up getting his flash out of him. And he's sticking by because he does have his heals, and he can help poke still. I don't know exactly what he's doing right now. I guess getting some poke off, but that was pretty risky. If they would have like followed up on that as soon as it happened, it could have been really bad. So it looks like he's just keeping Kog'Maw up. The one thing that his lane is going to have as an advantage over the enemy lane is definitely sustain. It's definitely going to be one of those games where it's just out damage versus out sustain, and if sustain is played well, it should be able to take the advantage here. Alright, Glinzer's getting up in there now. He does have his Q, he's just saving, waiting for it. Looks like red team did get the first blood up top, but we're not talking about him. Is that Soraka mid? That seems kind of silly. So they're going to get her very low. Kog'Maw has a small level advantage as well. Unfortunately, because Glinzer has had to stay back so hard, it's going to make it quite a bit more difficult for him to get experience. So as of right now, it's a small level advantage for the enemy, but still. Okay, so we got a gank coming in from Rengar. They've got a ward down. I don't know why they're not backing out. Like, that was a flash that did not need to be taken right there. So Glinzer is very far back here. They do end up picking up the kill on the support. But I don't even know if Glinzer got an assist there. Did they give it to him? No. Oh yeah, it did. That surprises me a little bit. He was way out of that fight. So Kog'Maw is just pushing his advantage now. He's just going to slowly farm up the tower. Take his time. Can definitely be a good strategy. I like to just shove a lane up, get it to tower, but if you can't do that, just grab your farm, and you don't want to lose too much farm trying to do that anyway, because that can set you back just as much as the enemy, gold wise. Alright, so they're starting to push up here. It's gonna make it a little harder for her to last hit here. Oh, good dodge by Cog coming out there. So let's talk about Nami. We usually discuss the champion picks as well. Nami definitely has some inherent weaknesses and strengths. Her biggest strength, I think, is her versatility. She is both a very much a healing champion as well as a poke and engager. The problem is, because of this, she doesn't do all of those things at the highest level. I mean, a Nami doesn't beat a Soraka at healing. A Nami doesn't beat, you know, Morgana at poking. She's just so versatile that you can really do a good job of making everything. It pretty much allows her to work with any type of lane, which is very cool. She is a very neat champion, but I like Kog'Maw a lot too. I like that he's very popular right now, because I feel like he's a very strong champion. If he snowballs, he can get way out of control pretty easily. Caitlyn is hurting him because her range is so much better this game, but I still think that early advantage is going to help him out a little bit. This is actually a pretty close game right now. Red team's got the gold advantage, but well, I guess they've got the kill and gold advantage. I don't know what I'm talking about. So after this, we'll probably see if there's any volunteers to do a summoner spotlight. Otherwise, I'll just get in and try to do an RLM. Oh, good poke. That got a lot of damage off on Caitlyn. One thing that I've learned recently with supporting is it's a much different role when you think of it as not every poke has to be followed up on with by the ADC. And Glinzer is a big supporter of that, because he will literally like run in, poke him down, and then just back out. And if I go in, if I'm playing ADC and I go in on that, like that can just completely screw me over. Not every poke has to be followed up. It's the biggest lesson I've learned recently. But they did push Caitlyn out of lane. So that's the benefits of the sustain lane, is now she's gone back twice and they haven't gone back at all. Now, another phrase I want to point out that I'm a firm believer in is this staying in lane this long is a good and a bad thing, because somebody once explained it to me as a advantage in lane doesn't matter until you've spent the gold from it. So what that's saying is you can have 10 kills over the enemy. Well, maybe not 10. You can have 3 or 4 kills over the enemy, or have pushed them back 6 times and cost them money and experience, but your real experience isn't there until you've gone back to spend all that extra gold. So we see good defense going on from Glinzer here. Just trying to hold him off his tower. I don't think Kog'Maw expected so much push to happen while he was gone in that short amount of time. So she's just trying to hold that tower. Cog's about halfway back. And let's take a look at what Cog was able to buy on his first back. It looks like he went dagger and a phage. Okay, so he's, should be pretty interesting. Now that Caitlyn, Kog'Maw's been level 6 for a little while too. Ooh, there's the engage. Oh, if he got a flash, otherwise that would have been a kill. But she's going back again. That is an effective poking support right there. That's crazy how much of a lane advantage they've taken. Oh, what was she doing sticking around? That was crazy. I love sticking around, but I would never do that against a Kog'Maw. Would never stick around like that with somebody with that much range. Looks like Rengar's coming in. He might be heading to their jungle. Otherwise, I think he's going to help try to... is he going to gank as soon as they get back in lane? No. I thought he was like setting up to just attack them as soon as they get here. That would be hilarious. Ooh, that was a bad spot to be. If that had gone on any longer, she may have seen him. So Glinzer still hasn't gone back. He's sitting on that Spell Thief's edge. The biggest problem I see with that, sticking around that long with it, is then you're not getting that bonus gold from the upgraded forms. So it's just, I mean, everything in this game has a benefit and a reward. Or, that is not the words I'm looking for. a benefit and a downside. And staying in lane this long is very much equal parts of both. So they're just going to keep their advantage here. Fid is still just farming up. He is already level 9. They could make him really scary on these ganks. Like Soraka's pushing up the tower. And we see Nami just keeping them healed and just using abilities to kind of zone them away. Looks like she is going to head back and sing us a little song. So Cog should be fine by himself. He's got a pretty good lane advantage, and he's got some damage. I really like Kog'Maw. I think he's a fun champion. When I first started playing, I tried to be able to play everything, but I got into it with a friend of mine. What was that? Are you poking with your ult, Caitlyn? But I got into it with a friend, so we were like, oh, we should do ADC support. And we would like trade off. We each had like 3 ADCs we played, and we each had like 3 supports we played. Oh, this isn't going to go well. Oh, the dive. We got a global heal coming out. That was a good follow-up by everybody there. Glinzer is chasing Rengar down to try to heal him. That's great. But yeah. Well, I don't even know what I was talking about. But they get a tower up top. And they're probably going to head on back and grab some more items. Looks like Glinzer is going to go help mid out. Mid actually is out leveling very hard. Now I don't okay, let's talk about Soraka mid here. I'm all for Soraka mid in her old state. I feel like she would not be effective anymore in a solo lane. Oh, here comes that Fids. Oh, good Q by Nami there. He's gonna be able to save it. Oh, and there's the kill. Stuck around just close enough to grab up that kill. But Soraka not being able to heal herself anymore off her W. I guess she's got the heal on her Q, but I don't think she's a very effective laner anymore. I mean, you've got a whole wasted ability that is useless to you. So that was a good roam by Nami. It did put Cog in a bad spot a little bit. So we will have to see if that affects anything. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Kill secured right there. That was pretty neat. That was crazy. If that had been... If she had... No, that was right on the edge of the range, is what I'm trying to say, but I can't talk today. I haven't been playing League for a couple days, because Hyrule Warriors came out, and I've been playing the hell out of that, so... So, okay, they're finally going to get that tower advantage they've been more or less going for. Looks like we see the Zeal coming out, and they had the Phage and the Zeal, so they're definitely heading into Trinity Force. Should be pretty neat. Nami is going to take some damage from that Fiddlesticks. Oh, you're just going to have to leave him, I think. Nothing you can do about that. Oh my. That was a good gank. Everything was played almost perfectly there. Unfortunately for them, Kog'Maw got Trinity Force now. Oh, she just saved herself with a global heal. Oh, man. She almost turned that fight around. Here comes Gnar to attack bot lane, though. I want to watch it from the view of Gnar. See what's happening here. Because I think it's going to go very badly for the blue team here. Gnar's pretty fed. Oh, yep, there goes Caitlyn. Ooh, good land by Rengar on that. That is going to be a double kill for Gnar, who I think already had some kills. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, he's 5-2. Orianna's 5-2. Cog's only 2-1-2, but he's doing quite well. They are going to get a free dragon out of this, and that's going to bring them up from about a 5k gold lead to like a 6k gold lead. Oh, if Soraka doesn't steal it. Uh-oh. Oh, that's great. That was like the perfect amounts of damage to make that happen. And what are they doing? Why is she coming in? Red team is playing quite well, and blue team is just playing quite badly. Unfortunately, Nasus did get a tower up there. But we're going to see Mega Gnar stomping into a tower. Ooh, a good stun by Morgana. Too bad she's going to pay with her life. Oh, we missed it. We're gonna rewind that for a second. Alright. Nami's setting up. She lands the Q and she goes for the W and ends up grabbing the kill. Probably would have been better at that point. Once you had the Q landed, probably should have just left it to Cog, but they have such an advantage right now that I don't think it's going to cost them the game or anything. That, however, is the beginnings of possibly throwing a game. They just stayed in that lane much too long. And these guys need to... I would, in this position, try to finish these minions and then just get out. This is not going to go well if they stick around. So anybody watching this, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, because once again this is a live stream recording, if you want me to do a spotlight of you, just send me a message on whatever media you have, whether it's the chat box or the YouTube comments, or just message me on League if you have me added. I don't have a problem doing anybody, and look forward to it. So see mid just holding off that tower. Gnar's starting to shove his lane up, and it looks like we're gonna have some roaming heading on here. We're looking to have a 3v3 or a 4v4 here. Oh, good hit. Now let Cog have it. Yeah, Cog got it. Nasus wants to jump right into this fight. And we do see the support and ADC heading up to shove up this lane. If they don't focus their efforts here towards holding off that tower, it could go really bad for them. So it would not be a bad time for Rengar to come down and help secure that everything's going to go well here. Alright, stop the minions before they hit the tower. And there's going to be a good gank from Rengar there. Is going to be able to pick up the kill, and this should be a free kill on Morgana. Ooh, that was kind of a weird flash, but her item ends up saving her. Alright, Orianna's got this shoved up. She's going to try to push into their base. Here comes a Fiddle. He's going to ult over that wall if it's up. But she is backing off a little bit. I would have backed off of that too. Fiddles is kind of scary when he ults. For those of you that checked out the stream the other day, I did figure out what was causing my league to crash whenever I got into a game spectating. And that was a stupid setting I had marked on OBS, so I was able to get that taken care of. Or not OBS, Baron Replays was causing the issue. Okay. So they should just kind of focus the tower here. I think that's their best move they can make here. But instead, they're going to try to win a poke war. Oh, good dodge by Nami on that. So mid, we see Orianna just grabbing up that kill. This is a weird spot for her to be in. Fid did use his ult though, so they don't have that to worry about. Ooh, a good ult by Nami. And the kill is going to go to Cog. That could be a free tower if they stick around for it. Should they stick around with it? I don't know. But alright. That was good tanking. Okay, looks like Rengar is going to head in. Rengar took a really long time to get into that fight. And there's the kill on Fiddle. Where is it? There we go. Getting in on Rengar is not a bad thing either. Ooh. That is the deadest Caitlyn I've seen this game. Alright, so Raka's sure giving it a hell of a shot to get away. It looks like they are going to allow it. Red team, Rengar wants to go for the dragon. The rest of the team really wants to push their advantage with it. I'm more on this boat. Dragon is great and all, but it's not going to get us a tower immediately, and this very well could. What I would do a little bit differently here is I would be up in the fray, just attacking the tower, but they don't really have a tank in front of them to help them do that, so. Rengar is going to get the dragon by himself anyway, so pretty healthily. Ooh, good ult by Nami, disengaging that fight. And good vomit by Cog, re-engaging that fight. And this is a 3v1. Oh, that would have been funny if that rocket just pounded her in the face. That made me laugh. Okay, this is a fight that they may... If they can break up the fight into little individual fights, this could go really well. It also had the chance of going horrid. Glinzer is on a killing spree on a support, which is funny to me. We are going to see him drop. And depending how the rest of this fight goes, could really turn the tides of the game. A good Q to stop that. And they're going to have to disengage this fight. Let's take a look at items. We haven't visited items for a little while. If we take a look at Nami, she's got Morellonomicon. That's going to help once they get pretty low. She can help with that grievous wounds. It'll help against Fiddlesticks quite a bit, actually. Chalice of Harmony. We've also got the Spell Thief's Edge, Boots of Mobility, and a Sight Stone. Oh, and there comes the Mikhails. Okay. Not a bad item at all. Should really help somebody as immobile as Cog get out of things a little better if it's used properly. When we take a look at Kog'Maw, He's got Trinity Force, Blade of the Ruin King, Berserkers. God, he's pretty fed. I think he's more gold fed than kill fed, but he's 5-1 and 7-2 though. So I think he's both. Oh, if I were her, I would get that ball on him right now. That was a good shield by Morgana. Was able to stop that damage. It's not ever going to stop that from happening. But Morgana is going to make it out alive somehow. Kog'Maw is holding up top. It's great to try to siege and everything, but it doesn't look like sieging is going to work. We do see Rengar pushing up bot to make it a little bit harder, but they could probably use the efforts to save this tower. Would not have been a bad move. I just don't think anything's going to come of their siege except Kog'Maw dying. That was a good passive by Kog'Maw. About the best thing he could do with it. But that's, like, you're not gaining anything by sieging this. It really would be a good idea to try to save it. Glinzer's gonna die, but he did save Orianna. And Orianna is gonna pick up at least 2 kills out of it. Probably just 2. Caitlyn's gonna have to disengage. Luckily, during that fight, they did end up taking an inhibitor turret. And if Rengar gets this before anybody shows up, it's going to put him ahead in a huge way. I would have stuck around. Those minions aren't going to get that inhib by themselves. But Soraka is... Oh, it looked like Soraka was completely ignoring the minions, which would have been hilarious. Alright, they're getting ready to go in on Caitlyn here. Cog is like free food. Cog's going to grab up another kill. And they're going to shove up this lane. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the dedication from Rengar to take that all the way. Because the biggest advantage you can have in this game is a distraction or pressure in another lane. That if they forget about it, they're going to pay for it. And if they don't forget about it, they're paying for it in other ways. Whether it be that they have to send 1 or 2 people to take care of just that lane or what. I don't know what Soraka is doing going ham mode. She isn't not in that great of a spot to go ham like that. There's a good juke there. Cog's going to come up and start attacking him. Rengar's going back in. He says, I wasn't up for a 1v1, but I'm up for a 1v4. Is going to come out ahead for him. Alright, which minions are winning here? I think red team minions are winning. Damn, Morgana. Messing up our fight. So, let's take a look at the items as a whole now. Okay, we got Nasus with the Iceborne Gauntlet and the Lichbane. Orianna's really coming into a lot of mana and a lot of ability power from that mana. That is a kill there. Nothing they can do at that point. Kog'Maw's come into some really good items. He's still got the same items as last time, but... Ooh, good save. And Glinzer is... He has a little bit of extra armor, but overall about the same items. I just think it could be infinitely useful to just put the effort into taking that bottom inhib. It's a good good engaging ult. They weren't quite close enough to jump into that fight, unfortunately. But this could go... Oh, walked right into that silence, and then it was over. But now we got Mega Gnar recalling. Kog'Maw's coming in, and Orianna's coming in as well. Blue Team's doing a very good job of making sure that those minions are off that bottom tower without costing them too much. They're just like every time somebody goes back, they're just whacking the minions on the way out. God, I can't quit yawning today. So, but like I said, every time one of them goes back, they're just doing that a little bit. It's kind of... It's a good way to do it if you have to be on the defense like that. Like, they're definitely still in this game. I'm surprised we didn't see the shockwave there. That would have been a devastating shockwave. And that is bad communication because this is solo queue or team builder. Gnar wanted to flash out of there, and Orianna wanted to get the 4-man ult. It looks like this fight could really go either way. We're seeing it go in favor of red team, but if they're going to be able to finish the fight is a whole different question. Okay, that ult is not going to do a whole lot, unfortunately, mainly because it was only going to hit one of them. She's going to walk out with under 10 health. That's insane. My guess on that is somebody pinged like, I need help, I need help, I need help, I need help. So then somebody else pinged, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. That's what I do. I get mad when people are like, when I'm like obviously on my way to top, and then top lane like asks for help 5 times. I ping as many times as I can to say, yeah, I'm coming. I think at this point in the game, it's very important for Nami to do one of 2 things. She needs to stick around with Kog'Maw, she needs to stick around with Orianna, or she needs to stick around with both. Oh, that hurts. I think really their whole team might kind of needs to stick together, but... Okay, we see the ult come out, and it is a whiff. It's not going to be able to hit, and the shockwave whiffs too. That's going to make a bad fight for this. This could make this a really bad fight for that red team. A lot of damage coming out on both sides here. It's really going to depend on who can follow up and get that initiation going. The good news is while this fight is going on, Rengar's shoving up. I only count 4 of them here. Oh, Nasus is dead. I'm a dingus. I just derped out. So Rengar is going to attempt to get that inhib. We are going to see the ult coming out from Fiddle, and it's barely going to hit him at all. If I were Rengar, I would be staying in this fight. Looks like we did miss something. I'm going to go back, hopefully the last time this game. See what Glinzer's up to here. Oh, that was a good grab by Gnar on that. Gnar's going to go into the jungle and try to clear some camps. Other than that, we've just got a good siege going on. Rengar is going to come up and join the rest of his team. He's not able to do all that fiddle. Another missed shockwave by Orianna. Someone needs to practice a little bit. Orianna's going to drop like a rock. I thought she was going to drop like a rock. She's able to stay into the fight and land that slow on Morgana. And if that kill hadn't been gotten, that would have been really bad for blue or for red team on that. Killing that Morgana in the mid channel of that, like that was exactly what they needed to do. Okay, red team is going to go for that free dragon. And we still got this lonely inhib just sitting here crying inside, waiting for somebody to come be friends with it. And Nami and Rengar are going to go try to be friends with it. Now this is a bit riskier than it was before. because most of their team is up, and if not about to be up. Blue team's calling for the help here. I don't know if it's a good idea for them to stick around. I think they are going to get out of there. It'd be a 2v2, jungle and support versus jungle and support, though. Wouldn't be too bad. But they're going to get back to sieging this middle lane. Oh my. Oh, that wish is going to save her. We see the ult come out from Glinzer. It wasn't super on mark. But there's a shockwave that actually hit, and that just shows one shockwave can make a difference. The siege probably is still not going to be successful, except that over half their team is dead, and that to save this, they're going to have to give up somewhere else. And that's exactly what Rengar's trying to make happen. So they are going to get an inhib. These guys are going to keep sieging. And, oh, here comes Nasus to try to stop him. Rengar says, I don't care. I got what I came for. Red team is very important for red team right now to kind of back off. They're all low. Yeah, they won that last fight, but it took a lot out of them. And it's going to be very important for them to go back, heal up, get some items so that they can stick around and be able to get this on the next push. At the same time, they need to watch out for that top lane because Sababho there is pushing incredibly hard. Looks like they are not going to go back. They're going to keep trying to push this, but the longer they keep that up, the more of a disadvantage it's going to put them at in this fight that could break out any time. Ooh, we do see the telly coming out. Oh my. We see the telly not working so well. Okay, we do have some minions up in their base, and we should have a wave of super minions coming in. Now would be the time to siege this tower. If they had all gone back and healed up and been in a good spot to really make something happen, now would be the time to just shove into that with the super minions knocking on the door on bottom. Rengar pushing up top, doing that split push thing, and just being able to siege this tower down would be incredibly useful right now. Unfortunately, we did lose Kog'Maw. He was recalling. Now it appears everybody's going to go back. But once again, if they had gone back earlier, they would have been able to come in now, fully revived and ready. You see an ult coming in. He really wants that Orianna. Oh. Wasn't the greatest there. She had ult. See, they're going to outstay their welcome. Good news. Blue team has forgotten about the super minions. It'd be great if the super minions could grab this tower. And they might do it. I don't know. Minions are getting in each other's way, so if they don't get it, it's gonna be barely like that. So now they've got blue team in an area where until this inhib respawns, like, they've got to keep diverting their attention to that bottom lane, and that is incredibly useful. Oh, there goes Gnar using Gnar, and he is going to pick up a good kill there. Oh, except Cruel Money stole it. It's okay. Feed that ADC. Get him even scarier than he is. Let's take a look at items. I saw that Cog got the Infinity Edge and a Last Whisper. So their damage just went up crazily. If we take a look at Glinzer here, he's got that Spell Thief's Head, or Frost Queen's Claim is the final form. as well as a Locket of the Iron Solari. And this is going to help them be able to siege. If they're going to siege this, they need to do it now. It's the biggest thing, because that inhib is not going to be down that much longer. Okay, we do see an ult coming out from Nami. Is it going to hit? It'll hit somebody, but it won't do a whole lot in way of fighting. So we do see this coming out. Man, they used a lot of resources to keep that Nasus alive. Oh. Glinzer's gonna die, but this could still go in way of red team here. Oh, not when that happens. Nar's gonna head in. They still got Orianna and Nar. And they are gonna pick up Fid, but man, that took a lot out of them. That was like a 4v5, or yeah, 4v5. Caitlyn wasn't even in that fight. Looks like red team wants to do something with their advantage. Once again, we got Sababho just shoving up. We do see the inhib going down to minions as soon as it respawns. And we see, once again, Soraka walking out with like 10 health. This could be the death of this tower. But it looks like not. Rengar did take the dragon out by himself. It's going to help out quite a bit. We're going to see another failed surrender for blue team here. I don't think it's unwinnable by blue team, though. I think they're in a bad spot at this moment in the game. But if they were using their team fighting ability more, I mean, they almost flat out won a 4v5. If that fifth member had been there, that could have gone a lot differently. It's like red team wants to go for Baron. Gonna shove up this wave on the way so that they don't lose anything on the way. And that tower is gonna heal up quite a bit before they make it back to it. Okay, it looks like red team are all heading to Baron. I used to be in the idea that Baron throws games. I think Baron at the wrong time can definitely throw a game. I think in general, Baron should be taken when your team has an opportunity that is both safe and beneficial. Which is exactly what they're in right now. This is a point in the game where they are ahead by enough that it's kind of safe to go for. At the same time, Orianna's going to be able to shove up this lane from the minions. Oh, man. She just 1v1'd that Nasus like it was nothing. This is going to allow the minions to be kind of pushed up. Oh, my. The minion's going to be pushed up for this Baron push here so that a fight similar to that can happen. And this is going to be a free tower and inhib, I think. Morgana's going to come in, try to make something happen. Not going to go super well for her. Good stun on that. And gone. Now while that's going on, Rengar is down here taking it out. And sorry, but your silly little lockdown is not going to stop him from wailing on that tower. That's going to be the final inhib. The final two towers. And possibly game. It depends what Fiddlesticks does with his ult here. Glinzer is tanking the tower. Good knock up there. And that is the game. So, all in all, let's take a look here. We've got the carriers of the team, Orianna and Kog'Maw, 13-3-12 and 18-9-9. As well as if we take a look at the support, 5-4-21. Had some good plays, had some good bad plays, but all in all, a very good game. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I'll see you next time.